Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, Sierra Leone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to all Salon picking the way inside Sierra Leone and una wedding at the diaspora. This na David Bongo the Cantona from KNN News Network. Today I get one important personality where they do a marvelous work inside with districts. We get for can hear from wetin they do within the district and even outside the district. The connections the way they make for Kono district. This personality here will be done here na this news channel, and I dey encourage them as they listen to me now for let we get a regular program for let we go to get updates about developments in Kono district so that we within the diaspora go follow up with things them, and if we get questions and for ask we go do that. I also send this message on behalf of ECHO, Kono, executives of Kono organizations, where they fought very hard for let Kono team up, let the human rights problems and let we solve them in Kono district. Mr. Augustine Sheku, now I get now today, I will call him, make a give a brief introduction about himself. Mr. Sheku, you get the mic.
Thank you. My name is Augustine Sheku. I'm the chairman Kono District Council.
Okay, so you go able to tell me briefly, introduce yourself briefly, and the role where you play in the district council.
My role at the district council as chairman for bring development at the doorstep of every Kono crossing, so that they go able to harness their God-given potentials for themselves become people them where them will be self-reliant, then go able to create jobs and able to do something for themselves and the Kono people them.
Okay, I know say this na a loaded program you get, Mr. Sheku. How you go actually describe the current development priorities inside the district?
Well, we been on go round at the chiefdom them. We'll do with needs assessment, and from the needs assessment, we don't get demand-driven strategic plan. We will anchor them on the overall plan of the government. We, as you know, is based on the big 5 game changers, with Fit Salon as the flagship program of the government. So we own plan actually speak to them pillars we government don't identify, and we don't make sure say we introduce them to people them and try for localize them.
Okay. If we can go deeper into that under the Feed Salon program, just like what you say, what's in your understanding of the Feed Salon program and what's in the main objectives?
Well, my understanding of the Feed Salon program, now for let government provide a new environment for let agriculture, it takes center stage because of the potentials. As you know, the food industry is a multi-million industry, and we get the potentials for let we buy into that potential there. Because we get arable land, but the challenge has been how we were able to provide the opportunities.
I just want to ask you because when they talk about potentials, the one they will now want tap inside people them. If we don't identify them potentials, then how they motivate the people them for become interested for let them join the program.
Well, first of all, the agriculture itself is into two areas. You have the livestock, where you talk about for main fall, for main cow them, for main goats, what we call small remnants. They also get the cash crops, where in for grow cocoa, coffee, and of course you get the one where they grow the food or they eat, like rice, cassava, and sweet potatoes. So all of that one they get in your own package. And for now we get the people them for make them become interested. We don't organize them into cooperatives. That cooperative they will don't register with the cooperative department, and we don't also register as a company. So the people them wait and then they keep on them. We don't organize them. Each kingdom gets 2 or 3 cooperatives. We're made up of between 30 to 50 people. So then people then we don't come, we don't form a big cooperative which man called the conglomerate, we call one corner partners. Now I don't tell you, we don't register as a company.
Okay.
So at the what they use now, the support where they come, for that we use them as a channel for make them get them. So the people them we therefore call them very soon, sometime next week, for make them can they appoint their own board. Then are the leaders of the various cooperatives and the children there.
Okay.
And that board they will appoint your own management. The management now go they ensure say provide services for each of the cooperatives. We don't identify combine there, for example, where we don't design the first cooperative store we go for go building. Then they get for cost something like 3 million millions or 3 billion oleons. From we own local resources, we don't get about 600,000 millions or 600 million oleons. So therefore advertise very soon. Or let get a contractor who will go build that cooperative day. But then now people then will get inputs then, like fertilizers. But then they will get small equipment then, where they will buy at an affordable cost. And then they will also go aggregate the surpluses there. We don't get rice mill we install, they will get dry flour, so that they will be able to use them for let them begin produce or process the surpluses.
Okay.
Then luckily for we.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Luckily for we. We bought as in way and then Tobodu where they call the LEONE farming group. They don't develop some innovations and where you get for help we for get agriculture done 3 times or more in a year, because they don't innovate a smart irrigation system where you use mobile for let you able for irrigate your farm.
How they call the group again?
The LEONE farming group.
Okay.
And then Natomodu then get.
Okay. So this could bring me to the next question. Yeah. This could bring me to the next question. How when they coordinate this program with the Ministry of Agriculture, the local farmer them around, and other stakeholders them?
Just day before yesterday, the Minister of Agriculture in Konoya, a Kaya for 2 days. We One, he can launch the farming season at Kono, where another private sector player don't come into the game. Madam Sita Kaikai, they don't acquire 6 tractors them, where they lease out at a very affordable cost. But government also don't give it about 1,500 hectares, where now government they pay from the farmers they will get for identify for do inland valley swamp. So this young water group now, we as council, we collaborate with them for help them, for let them invest, let them get resources for invest into this then smart technology where they don't discover. You then get a tech farm where the prices of them in win last year, where them in compete in tech salon, when about $50,000. They don't use them otherwise, but then they invest now for get this tech farm. Also, then go able for popularize this irrigation, smart irrigation and don't discover. They also get a hatchery. They also get an AI system where they help for share information to farmers then about farming practices. And then they also do the fish pond. So at the end of the day, that farm they get for be a model where farmers and they come for land, all of them in a day. And as we said, they get the money, and so we said go replicate and other achieve on them. So that it will save them, the farmers them from then labor work them. And make sure say themselves get the opportunity for let them use that technology they for do farming 3 times a year. Now they may get a gap of $150,000. Now we don't help them, we don't go to Freetown. We go do a presentation to the Ministry of Development. And the Ministry of Development, we don't decide for fill that gap there. So they don't develop the concept that they don't to the ministry now. Very soon they have to give a response. They now also tell we say very soon they have to go on a scooping mission overseas for go look for investment. And that's all they when they go, then go on for let we join them. For let make a presentation. So we don't tell the Yomata people that now then they make a bigger presentation where we include also other things that we will need na the council, like we own rules equipment then, where we will get for ensure say we help people them for do their road works and throughout the year.
Okay.
So we council really they play that coordinating role and try to bring everybody on board for lot co-create solutions. So then your matter people then would they help them for expand on that investment na tomorrow day. And as I say, with farmers then go get access to the place for them sell land and skis and do. And later on we'll be able to expand on that. Then Madam Sita said we don't come with them tractors them. Where the Ministry of Agriculture now they support farmers them. Now we identify the farmers where they support. So that then we'll pay for them the services the way the tractor and they use for make them go able for plan for them and it will help them for make bigger farms. Okay. So that kind arrangement where they will get to ensure say the feed salon we're able for master them.
Okay, so under that feed salon, they ask this question for sustainability and monitoring purposes. What are the mechanisms the way they in place right now for monitor and evaluate the effectiveness of the program?
Now the council a day for provide oversight. And then structures the way I don't tell you say would they establish the cooperative, where would they link them up for them acquire the services the way, for example, Madam Sita they provide, and where government go pay for. They at the same time the Yomata people them when they get that in tech farm, where the farmers then they will go for good land skills. They cancel a young road now for sign an MOU with them groups then they, so that when we farmers them they access them services them, we they now go for ensure say they use the services for the intended purpose, so that in the next couple of years we'll be able to foresee cooperative groups them, where they will get big farms them, they will get big yards them, they will get big gardens them. They at the same time, the cooperative stores they will be established, where it will speak to the value chain for ensure say we're able to address the issue of post-harvest losses. Again, them cooperative groups, now we go to monitor for ensure say whatever support we're able for harness for them, they also use it for the intended purpose.
Okay.
So your role actually will be for provider oversight and coordination, but at the same time we will grow them small structures them who will nurture them for them to become big enterprises, just like way other countries do. We don't make today, they don't formalize then agricultural inputs them, and you don't see say companies don't develop, where some of them don't become big corporations. So that rule they will say they follow.
Okay.
So a structured approach to me, they go ensure say there is sustainability, because if they support the person for let able for get capacity, for let do things for himself and become self-reliant. So the approach that they will cancel they adopt.
Okay, I did play a video where I see where you participate, or the Kono group participates at Freetown from SLBC. I don't know if you go listen this. I just come back to, I will come back to you.
Council, led by the chairman, Sahr Augustine Sheku, has engaged the Ministry of Planning and Economic Development on their project plan, which includes
Sorry, the volume is so low.
Storage facility and rebranding the district. Joseph Turo witnessed the event and now reports.
Tapping on the untapped opportunities, transforming Kono district to the Silicon Jungle of Sierra Leone was the center of the plan the delegation from Kono district presented to the Ministry of Planning and Economic Development. An agri-tech farm having a fish pond as reservoir, an irrigation site, a solar dryer, a solar cold hub, a poultry house with a hatchery center was said to be in line with the feed salon agenda. They estimated to produce about 18,000 chicks, 36,000 tons of organic chicken feeds, organic assorted vegetable seeds, and catfish production of about 40,000 annually. The proposed income under agriculture is about 3,891,000 leones.
Private partnership. We become partners in development. So what they buy from us, they take the dime, we don't have problem. But they survive on our chicken, they survive on our rice, they survive on our water, they survive on our pigs, so that at the end of the day, nobody will fight any company, because if the company grow, my product will not sell. So we see ourselves as partners in development.
The plan also speaks to having a post-harvest loss management aggregation storage facility in the district. The building would help locals conserve food supplies needed by the mining companies in the district.
And I'm sure with the investment we are going to make, we'll be able to have returns on our investment, and those returns will be reinvested in other areas, and we can now, in a few years to come, be able to win off government subvention so that we can do our own thing. And if we continue, as I normally say, Kono will become a donor district.
They went on to showcase the rebranding tools like a cap, a flag and other outfits to make Kono district the center of attraction to people in and out of Sierra Leone. This, according to the Kono people, was geared towards generating revenue which they would use to develop their homeland. Minister of Planning and Economic Development Kenya Bale and our team, we are pleased to have seen such plan. They pledged to support it after making significant input.
But the overall amount that you need, is it just the 150,000 and the tractor? Because it was difficult to really get what the overall amount is. So we need to see what can be generated within the context of the investment program.
Hello?
Yes, I did play a video with the volume 9 low and they come back to you.
Probably a bigger project that we can take to the Financing for Development Forum.
The development plan presented by the delegation from Kono was a step ahead to implementing the medium-term National Development Plan 2024 to 2030. SLBC, Joseph Toure reporting.
Hello?
Yes.
This na the development program we wanna go present to Minister of Development and Economic Planning na Freetown where they report na SLBC. You can tell me a little bit about that?
Well, I think I don't run much on them.
Yeah, just summarize and
I tell
briefly
you-
no more, yeah.
I tell you, say, now a structured approach would they use for address the food security initiative what would they implement. And would they use two models. One would they leverage on the technology where God don't make we borders them Tombodu, then don't innovate or invent. One on the smart technology or the smart irrigation system, where they use mobile phone for do irrigation. In that family, where they establish a Tombodu, they also get a hatchery where then they use for poultry. Then they also get AI system in that particular family where they share knowledge to farmers about good farming practices.
So now with
The other one, they let
high
the other
technology na ending at the place there.
Exactly so.
Okay.
So that technology they want for leverage on for harness the agricultural potential they will get in the district.
So what's in the
Prize last year, where they've been participating in Sierra Leone Innovates, and then they get $50,000. That money then they use are now for investor in the tech farm. Also, then they upgrade and popularize all of them inventions the way they may not accomplish.
okay.
But they may get a gap of $150,000. So we as council, we the oversee government ownership interests and we collaborate with the private sector. We take them to Freetown and go make a presentation to the Ministry of Development. And tell them, say, if we help them for that tech farm, it will serve as a platform we will the country with them. And we will also develop that technology there as a prototype. We'll go on for replicate now all what achieved on there.
And maybe inside the
So
whole
the Ministry
country
of Development, yeah, of course, eventually, if inside the whole country, and in fact, even export them now other countries.
Okay.
Because the objective here, we make Kono the center of excellence, where prosperity go there for everybody.
Okay.
In fact, we be even tell the development minister say, we want make Kono the Silicon Valley of Sierra Leone. Now the mommy says, let's call them the Silicon Jungle. Say because the background to the presentation we going to make is forest. So instead of we get valley, where it replicating the happen in California, now we call them jungle.
Okay.
So then help we now, they ask you now if we can develop a concept for let we able for access that money there.
Okay.
What we don't do.
Okay.
And then they work on them.
Okay.
Let we get them.
Okay. So
then they also talk say they therefore go on a scooping mission overseas on resource mobilization. They say they will take we along for go make that kind of presentation there.
Okay.
They only ask you now say let we upgrade them. Now you make a talk say will they now upgrade them for include having our own road equipment there, so that we'll be able for the do roads for people then throughout the year.
Okay. So inside the country, inside Sierra Leone, wanna get any partnership with NGOs then, or any international donors or private sectors, and where they add to what you wanna they do already?
Well, today the World Bank man, where they may come on a monitoring tour with the Ministry of Health, because the Maternity Center of Excellence, instead they come up Nakono, and if they finish them, it will be one of the largest hospitals in the sub-region. So they can do that assessment, how far the overall go. They've been taking time off, they go and visit that family, and he's been so impressed that he talks, say, then they expect a technical team for come, and when they come, he go also call me for go do assessment. He said, because what you see that family, where them boy then they do that innovation there, you don't see it anywhere in the world. And therefore, then go also want to partner with you. Then, of course, you get other organizations like Orange. In fact, then they provide seed money when the fellow then begin for initiate that innovation day, when I now lead to the discovery of this smart irrigation system. Those small support they can, but it's not as big. So, but because they want to make that tech farm, and they get that gap of $150,000, that make it come in, and the Ministry of Development will decide for everyone.
Okay. Okay, that's great. Well, we they come very close to the end, but under governance and community engagement, how the council don't promote transparency, accountability, and the use of the development funds?
Well, we get structures. Now we get the District Development Coordinating Committee, where we meet once every 2 months. We say all partners, including the 2 councils, and they will give updates on activities we don't undertake, and people when they scrutinize them. Also, we don't establish village development committees where the Canada know the rules or able for reach out to people them. And then committees and then we own trustees where they represent council and then communities and they. So anything we go that through them, then get for pass. They now get for look after the projects then and report any abnormality to we.
Okay.
We also do work with the council or let we mobilize own source revenue collectively.
Yeah, that's how they cut off a bit. Sorry, you can able say that again? The network cut off briefly. You say when they work with
the primary chiefs and chiefdom councils.
Okay, that may be my next question where I want to ask.
So we work with them. So
yeah, I can ask that now really. For say the local community and the traditional leaders there, how did they play a role for the implementation of the program?
Well, first of all, the 3 primary chiefs that we council, and then also the Ministry of Finance. They will not make or don't sign an MOU with the chiefdom councils. Although do joint mobilization of revenue. Because then they're on the ground. And we think on the ground. So all they identify the potential. Then we give them the receipts. They collect the revenue. Then bring a car, we give them the own share. Because then say get small overhead and small thing what they do. Then we use now for do development at the district, at the chiefdom.
Okay. Okay.
So I think the synergy with them is very good. Then we can get, of course, inside Konoya, every morning, you get what you call the morning call, where then community radios and they give the platform to people then for make calls for quoting that the problem and the areas them, and would they also get the opportunity for engagement through them community radios and this.
Okay.
They will cancel meeting them away with the whole every month, where they encourage everybody for the day, including journalism.
Okay.
And we also the report on the revenue level they get. And the resources they will go maybe transfer to it. Okay. Or they put on the notice board them. We get ward committees. Which I will also they put them information then now every freedom.
Okay. So under the for your vision now, what's in your long-term vision for the district?
My long-term vision is to make Kono the center of excellence with technology becoming the enabler and show see prosperity day at the doorstep of everybody.
Okay. So make I ask this question in English. So that you go able to get clearly. How do you plan to align district goals with national development priorities and the sustainable development goals?
Thank you very much. Our strategic plan, which is demand-driven, was designed to look at the adaptive values of our people and align those adaptive values with the midterm national development plan, which is anchored on the 5 big changes that the government has rolled out. And that midterm national development plan is also anchored on the sustainable development goals, as well as the Vision 2063 AU goals for the continent, including, of course, the ECOWAS initiative.
Okay.
So all of them are aligned.
Okay. So finally, what message would you like to share with residents and partners supporting development in the district? You can answer that in Pan Creole, let with people they understand.
Well, the message I get is that the promise will be promised with campaign. Say if they give you the opportunity for South Kono, we will make governance work for people then. But in any way, we don't roll them out. I will tell people then say, like you say, politicians then, making campaign in poetry, but then rule improve. Well, we campaign in poetry, but with the rule in drama. Because we engage the communities, we demystify governance, for them to understand them very well, and we create a lot of excitement, and we give them hope. And we always tell them, say, let them trust you, let them get faith in we, let them pray for we, because all through the talk so now God will agree.
Yeah.
And God will agree if you pray to him sincerely, he will listen to you.
Okay, yeah.
But the other thing we probably I go on with, if you get time to talk on, is that this year we also want to celebrate independence in a special way in Akono. We don't set up a committee, and that committee they work with stakeholders them for let we able to roll out a number of activities.
Okay, we can we can talk about this next week if you get time.
I go on to talk about even tomorrow, sir, because
okay,
the Independence Day fight again. I'm going to need some information we'll go and share to people them and see how themselves they will come in for let them support with cause so that we'll be able to put smiles in the faces of our people.
Okay.
By rolling out activities where it will make themselves go get hope, say the vision we will get for them, it will come to pass.
Okay, no problem. So we'll set that one up for tomorrow. Same time.
I will appreciate that very much.
Same time we will set that up for tomorrow. And
thank you very much.
Yeah, some of we broadcast them. The audience then will look for ask questions. Today I'm not being set them up for that, for ask questions. The next one I will create a chat box so that people then go they listen to you, then go send questions then, and then in addition to the questions that we may prepare, we will listen to the public themselves. Whatever questions they ask, I will pass on to you. You go answer them. Then go they listen. Okay.
I will be very happy to get that kind of platform.
Yeah, yeah. Then
because
go ahead.
With even the work with the work with Sierra Leone, well, we get our own website where it will be interactive.
Okay.
So that people will get the opportunity for know what they do and for ask questions, we will respond.
Yeah, they cannot pick in the way in the diaspora. They're very much interested for the get updates. They like then development them. Not only the negative things they no more would they look for. Would they look for positive things them as well. People then the way they make remarkable changes them, developments them at the district and at the country. We go on for promote all them thing and day. So like waiting you to do so, we to travel around. I think say then they good back for let we make let the people they understand that. And I go appreciate, if not every week, but once in a while, maybe in a month, we talk about development na kono twice in a month, and that will make people then go to follow up. Most of them thing and then rumors the way with the area people then they say then all man they say politics they come inside. Now so we go to at least drive away misconceptions. So I tell you thank you very, very much. You get any other thing for say before we close up?
Well, I want to tell with people then within and outside of Kono district, say we come with a new approach. And that new approach there, now for change the narrative in Kono. Because people when don't they grumble, complain, say then they fool them. He say, Anango. We come for correct that one day by providing the platform where we will create excitement, where it will make them get confidence in what we do and take advantage of the opportunities that we provide for them, or let them able to do things for themselves.
Okay.
If you can now, you can see what they really create that synergy with people.
Okay.
They don't begin to get confidence in me and want to build on that confidence.
Okay.
So they ask everybody for let them trust we so that then go see say there has been some turnaround in the way we would do things in this district.
Okay. That could be very awesome. And I appreciate that very, very much. I know say a very late to Nade now. I appreciate your time, your patience, and the understanding way you serve the show. I hope say this kind of collaboration it will continue between we and the owner way back home, and we serve within the diaspora. We will appreciate that thing and very, very much. I want to tell you thank you, Mr. Augustine Sheku, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Thank you so much and good night.
Thank you very much. God bless you for always providing platform and to we or love who interact with people out there.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. Good night.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Yeah. Fumble then this now, Mr. Augustine Sheku, where I just don't talk to Nana, the district council chairman of Kono district, and as soon as involved by agriculture, it do a lot for make the project where they involve Kono let it come out very, very well. And based on waiting, it just tell we there are very lucrative programs the way they don't put in place where they really make a big difference. We go make Kono a very attractive district na Sierra Leone. We go here and back tomorrow where I go talk to we about what thing they get for do for independent planning and how that the impact development na Kono. Once more, this na David Bongo the Kanto from Kono News Network. Una like, una share, and una comment, and I will be very, very, very happy for you. Una comments them.